Hey, Vibe Tribe. Rocking with your favorite friendly friend-entertainer. Stickity motivator. With the vibes that are greater. So it has been a little while since I have posted live. We are recording live. You can follow my podcast at Jenny Beats on Spotify and everywhere podcasts are available. You can follow, like, share, and subscribe to YouTube and your Odyssey. Stickity. So I still have the Oracle cards and the Lover Oracle and Angel Oracle card from previous episodes. So I'm going to read that. As we enter this fiery Aries, this spunky lunation might spark intense yet short-lived feelings, especially as Luna styles Pluto retrograde in Aquarius and conjoins Mars and Aries. Since this is an action-packed day, you could experience emotional whiplash. So, you might need to watch your temper very excitedly if you want to avoid making impulsive decisions. And for the quote of the day is loneliness is the ultimate poverty. I am sure that having the ability to keep your mind preoccupied and keep your subconscious trained within the essence of how you and your mind work. Loneliness is the ultimate property. That's why I'm here with you guys. Partially, we have some Litaki episodes. I am a fan of myself. More recently. So I have made a point within my mind to segment the episodes. Within the variety, we have ASMR episodes, we have gaming episodes, chatting episodes. The matter of fact, Vibe Tribe. I mentioned chatting. That requires reading. The angel card of the day. This is actually from a few days ago. Angel wisdom reminds you to aim for a vision without doubt or deviation. It must succeed. Your guidance is to persevere towards your vision. Let every thought, word, and action be directed towards your desired outcome. Now, I mentioned the subliminal, so being aware of your subliminal and training your subliminals, being aware of your thoughts, your words, and the choices that you make within regards to the universe. And always forgive yourself, because sometimes within our subconscious, if we're not aware of our subconscious tics, then we could self-sabotage. We could have the opposite of self-sabotage. We could self-improve. We could self-evolve. We could self-heal, self-regenerate. You know, the human body is an amazing occurrence within the universe. Sometimes, subconsciously, we don't allow ourselves to think within certain notions, to allow that for ourselves, to have the notion of understanding. Now, within notion of understanding, we must understand ourselves, and we must understand our emotions, our actions, our thoughts, our mannerisms, our character traits, and our desires. Because there is a part of our subconscious that allows ourselves to desire, allows ourselves to visualize and interpret visualization as communication. We have ASMR, that's calming. Forgot what it said for Nothing's more powerful than focused energy. I was gonna dictionary.com. Alright, so within training your subconscious mind, knowing the mannerisms within instances and circumstance. Within some circumstance, you may have a tendency to be predetermined towards certain responses, reactions, and ways of communicating. In the caveman days, they would make sounds and, freaking things and stuff and such. We are evolved past the caveman days. Mind you, whenever you are just intuitive, and you don't operate with intentions, you operate with feelings and desires and imagination. And now we all have imagination, and how we utilize imagination has effect on the choices that we make, and it is a conscious choice, it's a subconscious choice to allow yourself to think certain thoughts, because we filter out or filter through the same thoughts every day. About 5% of those thoughts are new ideas, and it requires attention to your subconscious, to program your subconscious to retain the blessed essence of the new ideas within the 5% of ideas that flow through your mind daily. Now, mind you, a lot of these ideas and notions you don't speak on.
If there are a lot of simulations, you are probably
There's
inside a simulation.
many of those that are a part of your daily routine. And mind you, habit is formed through a bit of monotony. Mind you, monotony can have its benefits as schedules and things and stuff and such. Requires balance between your left brain, which is your mathematical, analytical, and I wouldn't say judgmental, and the part of your brain that utilizes deduction and multiplication and freaking fractions. Yeah! Math. Thank God for calculators. Did you know if you type 8,008 it spells boob in a calculator? Fun fact. So, through the oracle cards that we have read within the last few broadcasts, videos, recordings, episodes, the stack reads, why act like a mule when you're truly a racehorse? To reiterate, to reword, to restate, to reoccupy the meaning and moral. Whenever you act like a mule, you're acting through intuition. You're being natural to yourself. Maybe not as aware of your subconscious. Balancing your perspective on yourself. Now, the more perspective that you can gather within yourself, the more that you can learn how to deduce feelings from interpretations within your mind, processing through, analyzing and gathering data, variables, and instances of divine synchronicities that sometimes we have epiphany that we realize we just must love ourselves, and we must, figure out how to love yourself and how to be better to yourself. Especially if you are the capable individual that can maintain the challenge and struggle of long-term relationships, long-term investments, long-term commitments, and realizing that just because I am aware that I try to consciously not live my life with expectations, so the universe and God can provide instances, that bring me joy, that bring me care, that bring me support, that bring me perspective, that bring me criticism. Especially, the criticism. Because sometimes those that you love you too much to share criticism with you to your face because they don't want to hurt your feelings. And the thing about love is, and care is, and support is, it's a reflection on the emotion of contentment, the emotion of relatability, the emotion of attraction, whether the person is talking about mentioning having a lifestyle that is relatable within banter, within circumstance. And often we tend to draw in, we magnetize the energy that we are. And if you do not have proper perspective of yourself, you are going to operate as a mule. Even though you are a thoroughbred racehorse, if you do not have the proper perspective of yourself, guidance is perspective, and destiny is understanding within perspective. Mixing destiny, perspective. Not everyone knows themselves. Not everyone is aware of how we are abusive towards ourselves, because often these instances are subconscious habits. Now, mind you, I was mentioning monotony, and it's not necessarily monotony, rather, tolerance. Whenever you're used to something, if you write down your diet for 30 days, within the sciences of neuroplasticity on our brain, and how that has effect within our choices, our conscious choices. I also believe that within those choices that God blesses us as we forgive ourselves, because we are our toughest critics, and it requires certain perspective of ourselves to truly begin to state the essence of familiarity. You're probably familiar with my face. You're probably familiar with my voice. You're probably familiar with my personality and my wide range of variety, emotions, and I would mention that I have a multifaceted personality. Sincere, multifaceted personality. And that is great because whenever I rewatch myself, whenever I enjoy the content that I'm recording, the content that we share and has been regular, seemingly within the essence of familiarity, within the essence of habit, within the essence of choice. Because sometimes we don't make choices based on the ways that we feel, the instances, the people, the truths that inspire us. Because I would imagine whenever you're inspired, or at the very least, you know, with the ability to enjoy the essence of company, because formatted things and stuff and such, I'm aware that it is different to be amazing and view yourself as average, because then it becomes harder to figure out how, where, and the distinctions of realization and response towards going about how we evolve our perspective of ourselves within our subconscious mind, so we can enjoy the essence of evolution. Then, you know, rather than be stuck in a faceted spiral of distractions from your purpose, and part of your purpose is to figure out who you are. And we all enjoy different things, and we all enjoy similar things and stuff and such. And a part of loving yourself better is forgiving yourself. A part of healing your trauma that is linked to conscious efforts and choices within your mind, within correlating and deducing your perspective of your present reality. Sometimes if you have unhealed trauma, you are predetermined to make mistakes and make similar mistakes until you can be accountable. That's the first part, you know, of loving yourself, is to be accountable, to surrender to the essence that we are all not perfect, and it requires us grasping and nurturing ourselves and the parts of ourselves that need healing, and healing requires change. You know, there's something within the pattern that's not working, and if you're not able to recognize that, then you are going to find yourself at odds end within the essence of your place, and you're within the world, your place within your perception of yourself, and your place within your feelings and your reality, and what choices are you making to bring yourself closer to destiny. God provides people, you know, places and instances for you to reflect within choices. And now I believe that we're beyond that. We're beyond the time of, almost beyond the time of, you know, holding ourselves with enough distinction, loyalty and devotion to ourselves in our natural instances, because we're all weird. You know, if you think that in order to be happy you must abide by the Serengeti of myriad of instances, lifestyle choices, lifestyle perspectives.
I've been looking forward to this mix for a very, very long time. Shanghai doing their first
show me who you walk with, and I'll tell you who you are. That
tracks are literally being played out in clubs all over the planet by killers such as Jameson Thieves and DMVU. Also, if you caught any one of my sets, you know that I'm rinsing them out as well. You can find them at soundcloud.com.
Not surrounding yourself
These guys are onto something gigantic.
with, you know, mainstream concepts, notions, places. You know, what you feed your mind is what you're feeding the essence of who you are. And I understand that we as human beings naturally require an essence of attention and affection from human beings. And if you were not the youngest child within your siblings that taught yourself how to, you know, get along by yourself and enjoy that time. You know, imagine, you know, the fact that, you know, live streaming videos, you know, I would hope that those individuals enjoy themselves and, you know, the beauty within silence and the intricacy within silence. If you allow your mind to be silent, if you allow yourself to be still and not concerned with where everybody is, what they're saying, what they're doing, you know, how many viewers a video has, you know, if you are one of those people, I am still hopeful for you. I'm realistic and not having expectations, because first off, I don't want you to agree with everything that I believe, or perspectives, opinions, responses, things and stuff and such. I want to become better about segmenting and, you know, writing, transcribing, being loving of myself, because for a long time I viewed myself as a mule and partially not realizing that, you know, how amazing I am. And that's not being humble. That's being unforgivably yourself. As a matter of fact, there's a better saying. To be erratically yourself. And if you don't realize your effect within the world, then you would not realize how different you may be from the world, from the mainstream, and how important that is within the algorithm of life. You know, statistically, each things and stuff and such. Statistically, not statistically, within all honesty, I remember enjoying life and having the imagination to not need any toys. I would sometimes not even ride my bike. I would just be in nature. And I lived between the city and the country.
It's very different. I could have been under for 5 minutes, 5 hours. I simply wasn't.
And sometimes who you are and the choices that you make and your personality may shift, you know, as you're around different people, places, and things. You know, we require a sense of attention because it statistically brings us to a place in our mind where we are more able to consider that we are being understood. As a matter of fact, there is a saying that I have mentioned, and that's, if you are the sun in the sky, the brightest star within the sky, would you realize from your perspective that you are the sun? Or would you realize, or would you just, you know, have an awareness that you are just another star? And from that perspective, would the other stars
Jack my style, but I say fuck it. Get up off your feet.
Make sure that you are aware that you are the brightest star within, or one of, you know, the brightest star within the constellation. You know, you're the sun within the sky. The sun is the brightest star. If you were the sun and you viewed yourself as another star, you've carried yourself as another star in the sky. That is that equates to viewing yourself as a mule when you're actually a racehorse. And, you know, within that essence of perspective, you have to realize that you may feel elevated whenever you gain perspective and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm amazing. And then you think, well, how not think, you deduce of how you could be more amazing, how you can improve on the fact that you have to retrain your subconscious within choices and notions of self-perspective, self-love. Because the way that we perceive something affects the way that we approach, the way that we consider, the way that we interact, the way that we hint, within the universe. I enjoy reading those posts of couples, speaking on their love for each other. The little romantic things and stuff and such. And within that, realizing that, it's probably the argument that they had the day before that made that shared time, that shared truth so stickity. When you light your lamp, you are not one, you are 1,000.
Ambush.
Be right back. I'm back. I would guess that mentions towards relatability that we just mentioned. And it is relatable because we often downplay ourselves and don't realize that we're downplaying ourselves within the essence of expectation. Sometimes, it may be convenient, for you to not realize that you're the sun, because then you may, change and evolve how you present yourself, feel about yourself, treat the world around you. Often, whenever you choose to love yourself, you'll find yourself distancing from people, places, and things within growing and being loving of the person that you are and who you are. Not because necessarily that you don't, want to be around people. Things and stuff and such. So my straw has a little cap. Cap, that's cap. That's cap, that's cap. I'm on MSN. I was reading through the news blogs, and there was one that mentioned inventions, and whenever I was a little girl, and I should write that down, because within the season that we are recording on the Jenny Beats podcast, we are mentioning the parallels between now in my life and reminiscing and introducing you to who I was and where I was within my mind, perspective, and view of the world from my perspective. A special perspective. I must not fail to realize that I am the resource within that read, within that mentioning. I would be the sun within that instance. Anyways, Vibe Drive. We've been on for 43 minutes. And this has been motivational ASMR Storytime stuffs and things. So, I shall be back. I'll play some games, chat, troll, and vibe tribe. Stiggity, stiggity. Till later. Until then, be sure to follow Jenny Beats on Spotify. Subscribe to En Your Odyssey on YouTube. You can email me at lucidevolutionsociety@gmail.com to schedule a recorded Discord therapy session. You can PayPal me at DJ Any Beats, a space between DJ and Any, and a space between Any and Beats. Stiggity, stiggity. Till later. inspiration, motivation, good vibes, and reasons to re-listen, re-watch, and re-mention. As forever. Stay tuned.